Alright, here we go, third take. Real quick, Ali. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with madness.
What's up, peeps? Julian Williams here with The Distance. Got video for you guys tonight. This is a prediction for the upcoming bout between Eddie Chambers and Sergei Liakhovich. Bout takes place on, I believe, January the 21st on NBC Sports, which is a new network that replaced Versus. This is a prediction I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been doing a lot of brainstorming with it, but pretty much I haven't had much time these days due to the fact that now I made the odd decision in my life to not continue drinking. It's hard as hell to stop drinking when you're so used to it, but it is what it is. So you know you'll probably never see me do a drunk ass video ever again. But anyway, back to the boxing subject of things. Eddie Chambers versus Sergei Liakhovich or Sergei Liakhovich. However you prefer it to be pronounced. And I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. So, Fast Eddie Chambers versus Liakhovich. Third time saying that. Pretty much with this fight, this isn't a fight that really means much of anything. It's just two heavyweights fighting. That's pretty much what it is. Eddie Chambers is trying to get himself reestablished in the heavyweight division, and Liakhovich looks like he's kind of looking for a reason to continue fighting, or pretty much to stay in the division. I think he's kind of fighting for his spot as well. But the thing with Liakhovich is now he's just the gatekeeper. He's been the gatekeeper for a while. He was a title holder back in like 2005, but he didn't hold that belt that long. He lost to Shannon Briggs in the final seconds of their fight. But overall, Liakhovich is, or I'm going to say Sergei is coming off a loss to Robert Helenius, where Robert Helenius, beat him to the jab, beat him to the punch, and controlled the range with his jab, and was hitting him with a lot of punches right up the middle. Something I've noticed with Sergei is the fact that he gets hit. He tends to get hit with a lot of jabs, and his nose always bleeds. His nose always bleeds. His face swells up. This, that, and the third. And not only that, he does tend to fade later in fights. So, and then in this fight, he's facing a fighter that is used to being the ring general, who's Eddie Chambers. So, first off, for Eddie Chambers to win, breaking down Eddie Chambers' style, Eddie Chambers has fast hands. He stands straight up. Very, like I said, very fast hands, stand straight up. He knows how to control the pace of a fight using his hand speed alone. He throws it, a lot of his stuff is letting off the jab. He fights off the jab most of the time. He just stands up, and and he doesn't have much punching power. He just has quick hands. He's able to land, different assortment of punches, and and he's just good at it. So in this particular fight, he's going to be the fighter that's pretty much going to take the lead, because fighters with fast hands tend to take the lead that fight with that style. He usually squares up. He starts with his jab. Sometimes he starts off with the left hook. He'll, in this particular fight against Liakhovich is a fighter that stands and kind of waits for. He kind of stands and he waits and looks for an opening. So Chambers is going to have that advantage to where all he has to do is stand there and just throw punches. Throw punches and bunches. Put together his combinations. Pretty much keep it at the center of the ring, and he kind of gets away with having below average footwork due to the fact that his hands are so quick. So his feet, sometimes his hands get to where he wants to go before his feet do. He has very slow feet, Eddie Chambers, but he tends to get into the position quicker than his opponents just because his hands are fast. So in this fight, he just needs to use the hand speed to his advantage. He needs to stand up. He needs to throw a lot of jabs, not really overexert himself in this particular fight. He'll throw a lot of jabs, a few right hand leads, right down the middle. Shots down the middle are probably going to land on Sergei. Sergei does have trouble protecting himself from straight shots. Even against small opponents, he just has defensive liabilities against straight punches. So in this particular fight, Fast Eddie Chambers is just gonna have to start fast. Use his hands, beat him to the punch, beat him to position, and just throw his combinations. And it's just that simple for him. For Sergei has a small advantage in this fight, and that's a positioning advantage. If you look at Eddie Chambers, as I mentioned, he squares up, his feet are kind of slow, and he does have trouble kind of getting to a position with his feet. Liakhovich does stand, keeps his left foot in front, but he has a quick first step in the first 4 or 5 rounds. He has a very quick first step, right towards the chest, and in this fight, it's going to be hard for him to do that. It's going to be hard for him to get to that chest, but he's going to have to throw the jab and then get there real quick. Get there before Eddie Chambers is able to defend himself. Chambers does have a good chin, so he's going to have to try to take him out with an assortment of shots. We know for a fact in Philadelphia, he's going to have to knock Eddie Chambers out. And Eddie Chambers can't take a punch. So in this particular fight, he's definitely going to have to time Eddie Chambers. Time him. He has to wind up his right hand and throw a looping right hand shot, which will tend to land on Eddie Chambers. But also, he has to throw the jab and he has to come forward and actually walk towards Eddie Chambers. Eddie Chambers does not fight well off the back foot. He's very slow laterally. So pretty much what he has to do is he has to cut off the ring and hit him, touch him to the body. Chambers, we all know, is not really a heavyweight. He can sweat down like 10, 15 pounds and be a cruiserweight. It's that simple, but Liakhovich in this fight has to pretty much beat him to position. And the way to beat him to position is using his feet. Having good timing with his feet, walking forward, and working behind the jab, trying to walk him down, cutting off all the corners that Chambers could work from, cutting off his range, being in close with him. If he can, more than likely he's not gonna respect Chambers' power, so he has to go in early and go for the gusto while he still has energy. So who I think is going to win this fight? As bad as a prediction as this was, trying to match up both opponents, I think Eddie Chambers wins this fight. I think Eddie Chambers is going to win this fight by decision. But I know that because pretty much what you have is you have a fighter that stands out. He's going to stand on the outside and he's going to wait for the opening, but you have another fighter that's going to throw punches. Chambers is the fighter that's going to throw punches. He's going to dictate the pace of the fight. So I'm going to go with Fast Eddie Chambers winning a decision in this fight. Same way, peeps. I'm out of here. That was Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Yeah, bitch, I pop.